P3 in row 1.
No.
Row 1, right? So we look at P1 and P2.
Oh.
So now we're saying, all right, what if that one was? So we look at, what if this was actually a 1 instead of a 0?
Oh.
So we look, P1 is equal to 0, 1, and P2 is also equal to 0, 1. And we look on here, right? It hasn't yet been discussed.
So we look at the row 2, we don't look down.
What are you
Because
talking
we
about?
see 0, 1 in the third row.
Yeah,
right
so
there.
we're looking this way. Because we're looking the combination between P3
Okay.
and P1 and P2 and
Yeah,
P3.
when
yeah?
we evaluating row 2, we just look at row 2.
Yeah, we're just looking at row
P1.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're looking at it right.
That's smart. I
And
just
we see that
could do that now.
the weight of that,
I'm gonna start doing that
if
whenever
it's
you're
a
on
1
Uh-huh.
of P3 in row 1
Uh-huh.
is 2 as well, because that's 2 things that haven't been discovered. So what you have here is a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So it's a tiebreaker because these 2 weights are the same.
Yeah.
So because those 2 weights are the same, they're a tiebreaker. So you have to arbitrarily choose between making this a 1 or a 0 here.
Okay.
And you have to label that. You have to say, all right, this is a tiebreaker here,
Okay.
and I arbitrarily choose this 0 or 1 to be the value I want there, because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you choose 0, right?
Yeah. So we choose 0. So we make this a 0 right here. So once we choose that 0,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this is what's important over here. Once you choose that 0 for P1 and P2,
Yeah.
you have to cross it out over here.
Okay.
Okay.
So those combinations have already been done.
Okay.
I thought I would read.
Because we already done the
Oh,
one.
yeah.
This is recovery.
Because we're going for a
You
1.
gotta bounce 3
And for
times.
P1
on your third
to
time,
P3
get high.
and P2 to
Sometimes
P3,
you're gone.
we're like, all right,
you missed
those
the
I've already used those
If you
combinations.
miss the platform,
Right.
you fall
Okay.
off.
Right.
Before we've
Then
already
that
said
small
that P1 and
platform, you have to
P2,
land on it.
they make all the combinations
That's
together,
really-
right?
Right.
How do you
It's
get
a
that
really hard
combination of
recovery.
P1 and P2 on this side?
If you do land it,
you just
like, you
give
usually recover.
you just kind of like you just have to play with it. It's kind of hard given.
Yeah. 0, 0, 1, 0.
Yeah, because it
Okay.
gives you all the
okay.
different
That
possibilities.
one's
I wonder if I
P1
could just jump
and
down and
P2
counter
just
it,
have the
like,
same value.
yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
range.
Just
Okay.
counter me.
Yeah, I wonder if it stops it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Dude, now
so
whenever you do that jump
now we
off,
look
I'm
at-
just gonna
Does
be
it
ghosting
matter
you.
if
I didn't know you could
does it
run
matter
into
right
it.
here? I put
Yeah,
0,
too
0
close
and
to
I
it.
put 0,
So I
1
didn't know
and
that.
then
Yeah.
doesn't matter the order.
Yeah,
The order right here.
no, this doesn't matter. This is for me to check which ones have been used or not.
Okay.
So you're gonna put those before
He has like
the
some
original?
maintenance.
Okay, so now we look
To,
at now we're gonna move on to row 2.
Right.
So we look at
The Pac-Man thing, you know?
if
Oh,
it's a
the
0
I shot
of
fire at you.
P3
oh yeah.
in
Yeah.
row 2.
I just know when I
We
was
look at it right there. Then we look at the weight
so I'm gonna write that too.
of 1 of
1 second.
and
Do it. Yeah.
R2.
Do I have to put P2 the same values with P1? What if I put 1, 1 here with 1, 0 and then 1, 1 here in
It
P2?
isn't like this. Are you saying like the order of this?
No, if I put P1 exactly like this, but P2 I put 1, 1
It's Monday.
instead of
Like
1, 0.
right here?
Let's change the order.
No, it doesn't matter. This isn't like
That was a Mavs game.
this isn't like necessarily like matched up to this. This is just to ensure that I don't pick like another like variable.
You gotta pay
Like
for
whenever I'll show you here. It makes sense
Okay.
here. So
I'll pay $18 for one
This
meal.
is to go eat, man.
The broccoli farm?
Fine.
What's wrong with the broccoli farm?
I don't know, but she doesn't like broccoli farm.
Okay, a P3.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
Go.
in row 2.
Fuckers?
Okay,
Oh, well.
yeah, go ahead.
all right. So now we look at row 2, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, all right. What if in row 2, right? You put a 0 right there. You know that if you put a 0 right there, P1 is 0, 0. Then P2 is 1, 0.
Yeah.
Right?
Here, you did this?
So now we're trying to calculate the weight of this. So we have to look back. We look back at this thing.
Oh, mobile.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Okay.
All right, so we look back at this thing, right?
Okay.
This 0, 0 has already been found.
Yeah.
It's already been a combination, so we don't count it. But this 1, 0, has not been found in here. In P2. It has not been found in P2. So you keep that one. So you know the weight of P3 in row 2 is equal to 1.
Yeah. Got it.
So then you do the same thing for for the weight of 1 or the weight of 1 of P3 in row 2. So you just replace this with a 1 now. So now we look at it. We look P1 is equal to 0, 1. Then P2 is equal to 1, 1. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we look at our checking like place, right?
Yeah.
So we look in here like P1. It has one that hasn't been discovered yet, so you still keep it. Then it has another one for P2, right? 1 1 that hasn't been seen yet, right? So you know that this will now be a weight of 2 because the 2 combinations that have not been found yet.
Oh, I see now. So it doesn't matter the order.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the
Yeah,
order. This is
okay.
just for me to check.
Okay.
So then you look between the weight of W0
Yeah.
and W1, right?
Yeah.
And you say whichever one's the bigger one is the one you choose. So we're gonna choose a 1.
Yeah.
So what we designate right here is a 1. Then we look back in here, right? For P1, 0, 1, we cross it out.
P1, 0, 1.
So
Cross it out.
here's a
P2,
question.
1, 1, cross it
Yeah.
out.
Okay, first finish it, then I'll
Yeah,
ask.
then P2, 1, 1, we cross
Yeah.
it out.
Okay,
So we
that's
cross
good.
out 2.
Huh?
Both of them.
Yeah, we cross out both of them.
Oh, so we cross out actually where we are getting from. So for P1 we crossed only 0, 1, and
Yeah.
for P2 we crossed only 1, 1. I thought like we crossed through.
No.
Both.
So you just cross out whatever one you like
Okay.
that's being used.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
like $5 on the window.
so we know this, right? And that's been crossed out. So now we can move on to row 3.
Right.
And we're repeating the same process, right?
Right.
So we know we picked this
Get the
one.
free sandwich.
Now I know where I was wrong.
It's already expired.
And I'm like, move over here. Eric.
Yeah,
Mind
you
if I
can
erase
erase.
something?
Yeah, I'll just send her this. So
I got this. Yeah.
Alright, so you
Yeah,
want
I
to
got
move
that,
on to
yeah.
row 3 now?
Yeah. Just keep
Okay.
going.
Hey, can you re-explain to me?
I'm not doing that fucking thing for you.
Oh. Dang.
It's karma, bitch.
Just get another one. Just get a different one.
what
It's
was
okay, don't
that?
try to fix it. Don't hurt yourself. What happened, man?
It was already going down. It's been like that for like a long time.
Alright, so now we look at row. Now we're looking at row 3. So now we look at
Charges up my
P
tuition, but can't afford
W
good chairs.
of 0 of P3
Yeah, I understand.
of P3 in row 3, right? Then we look at W, the weight of 1 of P3 in row 3. Is equal.
What's P stand for?
P is that parameter.
Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so now we look at the weight of this. So we're like, alright, what if we put a 0 right here,
0
right?
right here.
What's P1 and what's P2? So if you look at it, right,
Mm-hmm.
we have 1 0 for P1, then we have what's P2? 0 0 for P2, right? So now we look into our list, right? For P1, has 1 0 been discovered?
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been discovered
No,
yet.
no,
It hasn't been, so that's been crossed out.
So
So
teach you like how to do test cases?
can
Or
you
like
shut your ass up?
I don't know
Like,
the,
damn.
the purpose of this.
I don't know the fucking person. I just know the algorithm.
Okay.
Alright, so that's that, right? Then we look into.
So you don't really know.
I'm gonna keep that.
Don't interrupt him.
So then you look at P2, right?
Right.
P2
They're
it's already been crossed out.
Yeah.
So we don't consider it.
Yeah.
So now we know that the weight of 0 of P3 in row 3 is 1.
Yeah.
So now we're like, all right, what if this is a 1 now? Right?
Mm-hmm.
P1, then P2. P1 is equal to 1, 1, and P2 is equal to 0, 1. We look into our thing. P1, it hasn't been discovered yet. It hasn't been crossed out yet.
So it's 1.
Then P2, we look at P2. Has it been crossed out yet? No.
No.
So
So it's 2.
this is 2.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
Choose 2. Wait 1.
Yes.
See, that's where I started messing up.
Yeah, so
No,
you
I
choose
know.
weight 1.
Oh, this is like binary, right?
Ayo. It's already 10 minutes.
Okay. So now you choose that, right? Okay. So now let's do row 4.
Okay, you slow it down a bit.
Shut up. Oh shit! Which ones did I cross out again? I don't remember.
You cross
P3.
out, I have it here.
Don't worry about it, bro.
11.
I can look at it. 1 1. 1 1 for so this one.
So whatever we choose to
then
cross it
0,
out.
1. This one. It's 1 1 and 0 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now we look at our last.
Yeah.
We're looking at our last row. So we look at the weight of 0 of P3 in row 4 is equal to that. Then the weight of 1 of P3 in row 4 is equal to that. So we look at P1 is equal to P1 and P2.
1 0
So if this is a 0, be
1 0.
1 0, then P, 1 0. If this is a 1, if this one will be 1 1 1 1.
Yeah.
So we look into our actual thing, right, for the weight of 0 of P3
So
in
it's
row
2.
3. It's
Yeah.
right there, then right there. So you know they haven't been crossed out yet, so
Yeah.
it's 2.
Okay.
Then you look into it for the other one,
30 cross
1 1 and 1 1. They've both been crossed out,
Yeah, so
right?
it's 0.
So it's 0.
Yeah.
So we know we picked this one.
Okay.
So now we know that this is going to be 0.